Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Galactic Report. Today is March 21st, 2025. And before I start, I want to wish you all a very, very happy new year. Because yesterday, 20th of March, we celebrated spring equinox, which represents the new astrological year. Because when Sun moves to 0 degrees Aries, a new astrological year begins, and this year under the reign of Venus, the goddess of love, beauty, and harmony. This moment marks a cosmic impulse of creation. The beginning of spring brings deep renewal, activates universal wisdom, and opens a powerful portal for healing and spiritual awakening. So if you haven't had time or energy to meditate on that, please do so during these days. The weekend would be lovely for that because the impulse is still here. And as the masters of wisdom see the sun as the consciousness that works through our solar system, and with its entry into Aries, it is the beginning of a new cycle. It is a moment of new beginnings, of clarity and alignment with our soul's journey. This moment is part of a yearly cycle that is reflected in tropical astrology, which I follow. It defines the zodiac signs in relation to the 4 seasons, recognizing that these seasons are experienced differently in the northern and southern hemispheres. So the Earth's relationship with the sun creates the cycle of seasons, shaping our experience of time and transformation. And at the vernal and autumnal equinoxes, the sun aligns with the Earth's equator, which results in an equal day and night, which we all here on Earth experienced yesterday. At the summer and winter solstices, on the other hand, the sun reaches its maximum or minimum distance from the equator, depending on if we're on the northern or southern hemisphere, and therefore marks the longest and shortest days of the year. These cosmic thresholds influence us emotionally, spiritually, and physically, if we want it or not. And they weave their essence into the archetypes and energies of the tropical zodiac signs. So with the Aries frequency now powerfully activated, a fire of new beginnings has been ignited that invites us to courageously go our own way. Not only in a very literal sense, but also in a transcendent sense. Where do we find our own paths regarding what we see, what we perceive, and what we make out of it? And this is also what this Galactic Report is all about, finding new paths and new connections and weaving a new consciousness around that. So I invite you to feel into the Aries topics of the cosmic impulses and how we are carriers of that, because we are channels for the new era. That's why we came here. And I would like to ask you, what vision wants to be born through you? It is also, Aries very much is a door opener for the unknown. And well, this is kind of a very daily truth. Every day we open our eyes, the door opens to the unknown. We never know what is coming towards us. But the courage to enter new spaces And the courage to leave the familiar behind is something that is very much activated in Aries season. So what threshold are you ready to cross this year? And last but not least, we are spiritual heroes, especially those who feel the call and stand up for their truth. And I have posted yesterday in my Facebook and Telegram groups, it is now time to stand up and really, really incorporate and embody what we have come here to do. And that includes also stepping up for truth, really. So there is the question, where is your heart calling you to take this first step? And with fixed star shared in the constellation Pegasus, which is still conjunct Sun, and now I'm going to share the chart with you, so you know what I'm talking about, as usual. Here you can see I have marked Sun and Venus presently retrograde, which is interesting. So we are starting into the Venusian year with a retrograde motion. So I will talk about this in a second. But they are sitting here, but actually it is this point of creation, of new creation between the Pisces time and now the Aries time. And here is Sheat or Skeet fixed star in the constellation of Pegasus. Pegasus, the winged horse, and as usual, this I have been talking about Sheat for some time now because it is present in this moment and time for us for a longer time. So fixed star shared in the constellation Pegasus in conjunction with the Sun reminds us that we act as a bridge between heaven and earth, between vision and manifestation. And that is also something that we must be really aware of. We are cosmic beings. We are spiritual beings inhabiting this body, and we are able to channel the information into this physical form and then create something out of it. It is a solar Venusian energy here with Pegasus, and I'm really excited what is going to be created in this new year. It will be quite extraordinary, I think. On the other hand, we have an opposition to Sun. If we go to the other side of the wheel, we have the supergalactic center opposing Sun and Venus. And the supergalactic center is both a creator and a destroyer. It pulls everything into its vast field as a black hole, a supermassive black hole, while emitting streams of multidimensional consciousness. These light codes can be received by us, especially if our crown is open, and it will guide those attuned to higher awareness to a higher consciousness for sure. It serves as a hologram of truth, reflecting a cosmic intelligence that invites us to align, to expand, and to integrate this immense energy. Again, it is the question how we express it in this reality. And this is by the opposition of Venus and Sun. Venus is the principle of I love, the aesthetic principle looking for or seeking for beauty, harmony, and balance. It also embodies perfection, creativity, discernment, and attraction. And it is resonating with the receptive, the feminine, and also for our longing for union. This opposition to the supergalactic center challenges us to integrate higher cosmic love into our earthly relationships, refining our ability to attract, create, and harmonize. And we all experience how challenging this can be sometimes, but it is what we came here to experience and finally integrate. The opposition to sun representing the I amness of all of us, our identity, our self-consciousness, and also the core of our being, and our sense of purpose too. So it illuminates how we are invited to find equilibrium between our self-identity and the surrender to the cosmic, which aligns our personal will with the greater universal flow. So it is a kind of humbling experience with sun opposing the supergalactic center, and through that humbling and humbleness and devotion to our creative force, we will be able to express ourselves beautifully in this year. So I'll stop sharing now, and I will dive into what has come up this week on our physical plane, and I'll try to weave in what I have shared about the galactic astrology with that. And it is easy in this case because the first topic I'm going to talk about is something that is, on one hand, very dear to me because I was fascinated by it since I was a small child. And at the same time, it also symbolizes and represents our connection to the galaxy and beyond. It is the findings in Egypt, in the Giza Plateau, with the beautiful pyramids there. The pyramids, of course, connected to, in this case, Sirius and Orion. And it is a discovery that was made in Egypt on the Giza Plateau, where the famous pyramids are located. The project is called the Khafre Project because an archaeological team tried to make a 3D model of the Khafre Pyramid, which is the central pyramid in the Giza Plateau. It's not the biggest one, but it is the one in the center. And they have discovered, by trying to model this 3D image, 8 wells with spiraling structures around the wells, which they call tunnels, which go 640 meters into the bedrock of the plateau, which is massive. And those those 8 wells end at 2 cubical structures that are 80 by 80 meters. So all in all, we are talking about 750 meters or so, structures reaching into the ground. And just to make a comparison here, the Great Pyramid of Giza is 146 meters tall. So we have a massive structure reaching into the soil, into the ground. Also, the scientists found 5 new chambers in the Khafre Pyramid, almost exactly like they were discovered in the Great Pyramid. And this is probably shaking the paradigm of Egyptology and for sure mainstream archaeology, because I am really interested how mainstream archaeologists are going to explain how those super powerful slaves who were able to build the pyramids themselves also were able to build a structure below them that reaches nearly 1 kilometer in the ground. Let's see how this comes out. I'm really curious about that. For scientists, of course, this is not very new because a lot of structures have been discovered below the pyramids, but the scale and the depth of these new discoveries are breathtaking, to be honest. We know that pyramids always have to follow three parameters, so we can call them a pyramid. They have to be oriented at the cardinal axis, north-south, west-east oriented, which they are. And again, we have the world axis here, like with our equinoxes and solstices forming this axis mundi, this world cross. Again, here we have a correlation. It is really interesting that the article around the discoveries of the pyramids came out just before vernal equinox. For pyramids to be a pyramid, then always need to be more than one pyramid, which we have in Giza, obviously. And last but not least, a tunnel system connecting them all. And I believe that this vertical structure that the scientists found are connected to the tunnel system. Let's see how this comes. Let's see how this will play out in the future. I'm super excited about that. And let me know in the comments if you are as well, if you are enthusiasts for pyramids like I am, or if you even are an archaeologist or Egyptologist. I would love to have a discussion with you for sure. Because this finding will really, really challenge the academic pretense and shake the foundation of what we know, the structure and the veil around what we are supposed to know is getting thinner and thinner. And very beautifully, another news that I received from one of my participants in the Galactic Soul Tribe on Facebook, which is my group where I invite you all to come in and share what we as starseeds are here to do. Anyways, this article, and thank you, B, for sharing it with me, is talking about a new theory that our universe is swallowed or part of a living inside a super giant black hole. And again, there's a correlation to the supergalactic center. And again, if we look at a black hole, what do we look at? We look at consciousness being absorbed, but also consciousness being revealed. And the question is, do we look at the blackness, the black veil around us, and look at what is presented to us, look at what we perceive there, or do we want to take a deeper look behind the veil and make our own conclusions, be bold and brave with the Aries energy, and maybe also stretch our perception, our conception, our of what we have experienced so far, of what we have learned so far, and expand our horizon, our consciousness a bit more. Because if you look out and there is blackness, there is also the question, do we want to go beyond? And do we feel this energy of courage to move into new fields of consciousness. Another topic that is playing into that is that last week the JFK files were released to the public, at least I think a great portion of it. I do not know what it means. It is just the question. It has been presented to the public, and now the question is, what do we make out of it? Another topic I would like to talk about and discuss with you what we make out of it is that for the COP30 climate summit in Belém, Brazil, a new 4-lane highway is being built through protected Amazon rainforest. It aims to ease traffic to the city of Belém, which will host more than 50,000 people at the conference in November. But the question is that what does it make? What does it impact environmentally? And what does it do with biodiversity when we cut through the rainforest a road that massive? And the question also is, does it really help the very purpose of a climate summit, or is the road into the jungle a symbol for the absurdity, the entitlement and ridiculosity for the whole world to see? Is it really something that we should follow through, or should we rather follow the state of Florida, which wants to shut down geoengineering projects? We have been confronted with geoengineering projects impacting our climate, impacting the weather for the last 50 to 70 years. And now finally the people of Florida have enough of that. And again, here we have the symbolism of revealing what was hidden in plain sight all along. And so we do not really or necessarily have to dig into the soil to reveal what is there. It is sometimes so simple and so clearly in front of all of us. And the veil is getting thinner and thinner. And I am so excited with everything that is coming out now. Disclosure is happening at such a rapid speed and in a scale that has been unprecedented. And I look forward to be part of that and hope to contribute a small portion of it with these galactic reports. And therefore, I ask you, come and comment. Let me know what you think about all of that, and most of all, share information if you want it to be included in the report. I'm more than happy to do that. So let's be part of disclosure. We are able to do that, and that is also part of our starseedness, isn't it? I would like also to invite you to my New Year's celebration that is happening tomorrow, Saturday, 22nd March. This is the English version, and on Sunday, 23rd March, I'll do a German version. Come and register. The link is below, and I will be happy to dive into the energies of the new year with you in more depth and breadth too. So I wish you a very happy first weekend of the new year. Enjoy the hopefully beautiful weather, and let's be part of the grand happening that is all around us. Until then, bye bye.